Door close. Okay, so good evening, everyone. I think you have my introduction already. Myself, Dr. Akash. I've cleared the exam this year by securing a rank 78, and I'll be getting IAS. And I'm here today to take a discussion class on how to answer ethics papers. Basically, I'm here to discuss the question paper on ethics of this test series which is going on. How many of you have enrolled to this test series? How many of you are writing mains test series? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, full. Arda paper baritiddira. Okay, 6, 7. Okay, done. So you all have qualified for mains. Prelims clear agide. You're writing mains. Nice. All the best. So, and how many of you gave this year's exam prelims? Almost all of you gave. Of course, you will have to give. So, and how many of you are planning for next year? Next year, you have serious plans for next year. Fine, great. So whoever who is giving mains, you have already, I presume that you have finished your ethics syllabus once at least, because you are going to give mains now. You are going to face the actual challenge. And I think you are prepared decently enough for mains. Hoda? Are you? Mains. Those of you who are giving mains, are you prepared now? How many of you can say, yes, I am prepared? Can you? How many of you? So if I am asking the same question on the day of exam, September, when is it starting? 20th. On the day of exam, September 20th, if I am asking this question, how many of you are prepared? So you'll be like, I should have to say I am prepared because I'll be demotivated when I get inside. Or should I have to say I am prepared because people will think, oh, E level confidence, then kind of. So you'll have n number of things going on. But let me tell you one crude reality, brute reality, that you can never be 100% prepared for this exam. Can you? Yes, 1, 2, 3. They can ask you anything below the sun and above the earth, especially with respect to India. They can ask you anything. So can you say I am 100% prepared? So you will have to convince yourself that I am prepared for the challenge at any moment, right from now. Even if I give you a paper, like right away, ellaru kodtini. This is an offer which the government is making. Government is making a lot of offers. Lateral entry. If you're a big tycoon, big businessman, you can fill in the secretariat posts antala kodtide. This offer may also come. Nale dina suddenly the Prime Minister through the Minister of DOPT, he will send that person and he will say, Il Kutiro, how many of you are here? Probably some 30, 40. I am handing over a question paper now, okay, with the answer sheet. This is your chance to prove yourself. You may not write mains, you may not undergo the process of personality test or interview or anything. I'll give you 3 hours. You can prove yourself and you can get a direct entry to get into a service. So this is the offer that I'm making, Anta. I'm giving you 3 hours now. How many of you will grab this opportunity? That's it. So you are ready? Hey, Sakapa. So that's it. You are ready. You are ready to take up the challenge. So all it needs is that mindset perspective. Okay. So, and those of you who are here, I mean, if you have not cleared your prelims or if you have plans to give next year's exam, you are yet to begin your preparation, especially with respect to ethics. So let me tell you just a brief overview for you people. Ethics, aptitude and integrity. This is one paper you have as part of your general studies. This is paper 4, this is there for 250 marks, and in here you will be asked questions, okay, questions based on ethics, aptitude and integrity for 120 marks and 130 marks for your case studies. And this may vary, okay, it can be like 125 also, it can also revert to 120 130 and 120. This can happen, but usually half the share for your case studies as well as questions on ethics. This can happen. Questions like general studies, 10 marker, 15, 12 markers, so such questions. Okay, so this is how ethics paper will be, and people who have written the ethics paper here, I think you would have already gotten to know your scores also. Papers would have been corrected also. Has it been corrected? The test that you have written, how much have you scored? You haven't written. Who has given this test? Test 1 on ethics. This paper. And there are 2 vital steps to ethics: knowing what is right and doing it. This is the first. This is the question paper. How many of you wrote this? 1 and 2 and 3. You also gave the test. So how much did you score? Didn't get it corrected. 75. Decent enough. 76. Okay, decent enough. So in the exam, if you want to be there in the rank list, if you want to safeguard your position inside the rank list, getting 100 at least is very important in ethics, and I would say it is very easy also. Okay, so getting good scores in ethics is very easy. All you need to do is just work more on ethics. You will have 100 questions, and how will you find solutions to these questions? Is just by working harder on ethics, working more on ethics. So why is scoring good scores, decent score in ethics is easy? Is because you have complete freedom to answer. It's not like you will have to know Coelho case, Keshwananda Bharati case, what happened after that, what exactly is the basic structure doctrine. You need not know anything specific like this. Okay, you need not know what is the what are the highlights of the India's export policy 2020. You need not know anything like that specifically. This paper especially asks you questions and expects you to answer from within, from your heart basically. So it asks questions like what is happiness according to you? A general, vague question. Anything can be written for this. There is no set example, set answer for this. Am I right? So when a question is like, what is happiness according to you? You can answer your heart out as to what is happiness according to you. It gives that freedom. So exploit that freedom. Exercise that liberty that this paper offers. So that's one advantage. And number 2 is that you have case studies as well as GS type questions split. And especially in here, case studies, you have every bit of data, everything already there in your paper. The question itself says who are all the stakeholders, what is the scenario, what happened, what may happen, and these are the steps, what is your opinion. Everything they've given already. 90% of the content is already there in the question itself. 10% is your approach, your application, just 10%. That's why case studies is here, and you can actually score very good marks in case studies. So that's how you can up your marks in ethics, and scoring 100 is actually easier. You just have to be, you just have to work for it and work on it more and more. Like I always keep telling, ethics, essay and optional subject, these things will be the game changers, because GS 1, 2, 3, everyone invariably are writing the same answer. You can't write a different export policy for India. It's already been written. So for everyone it's the same. Just that you may improvise on your answer and score half or 1 mark more or something like that. but overall difference is very meager. When it comes to ethics essay and optional, it can really make or break it for you with respect to your mains result. Okay, so let's discuss this question paper, and I will unravel and unveil my own experience as well as approach whenever a question comes in ethics. And by the way, I scored 109 in ethics. That's a decent score for this year, I think, and it has already put me into the rank list, so I believe that it's a decent score. So now, how did I make it? I'll just be explaining it to you. Okay. Okay. So I don't you have the question paper? You people have? How many of you have the question paper already? Okay, it's okay. I'll just be uh, telling you the question. So this first question goes like this. Okay, number one. So there are, if you want to write it, just please write it down so that you can think on it by seeing. So this is the first question, and sub question A. The question says, there are two vital steps to ethics. There are two vital steps to ethics: knowing what is right. Knowing, there are two vital steps to ethics, colon, knowing what is right and doing it, full stop. Knowing what is right and doing it, full stop. Continue. In the real world of politics, in the real world of politics, comma, both are difficult. In the real world of politics, both are difficult, full stop. Critically analyze 150 words and 10 marks. 150 words and 10 marks. So I'll give you 5 minutes to write this answer. Please take 5 minutes and write an answer. The real world of politics. Last minute. Okay, time up. Done. Done. Please stop writing. Okay, so please exchange your answers with your neighbors. None of you. Please exchange fast. 10 marks. Please evaluate and write some remarks. Give some marking for the answer that they have written. Even if you have not written, please give that blank white paper to your friend. What is that? Here's your answer. Pardon. Did you write the answer? Come forward. Fast. Read your friend's answer. Brazil on you. Okay. You go there. Okay. Huh? Please evaluate your friend's answer. Give some marks finally. Out of 10. Okay. Hey, please don't explain now. Just read. I would have written this, you don't know. I know things. I could not write this until explanation. Done? So done? How many of your friends got 5 out of 10? 5 according to you. They've got out of 10. 4 out of 10 at least. 4 out of 10. Yaru? Nimali? You got 4 out of 10. Great. Anyone else here? Okay. So let's please give back the books. और कोटबड़ी वापस. Okay. Now is the chance to assess your own answer. Now that your friend has assessed, they may have a wrong perception or wrong approach to the question. Just see here, just look into the question again. So the question which is being asked here is, there are two vital steps to ethics. One is knowing what is right, and number two, doing it. Not just knowing, doing it. Full stop. In the real world of politics, both are difficult to critically analyze. Okay. So the question is, actually, it starts with this. There are two